Hi dears, welcome back to the channel, Benidorm by Anna. It's Anna with you here, of course, and today we are on our lovely Albiers beach. Today's news are gonna be quite short just because we have a family celebration today. It's my daughter's 7th birthday. So I escaped for a few minutes towards the beach area just to let you know the latest update, and then we're going to celebrate today's day. So what I wanted to let you know about is about the situation. Basically, the cases went up. They just flew up like crazy, to be honest. It's not to just make you somehow be afraid of all the situation. No, it's just to let you know what the actual situation is here in Spain so that you could decide better if you want to travel or not. So for the last 24 hours, we've had 12,345 new cases. Which is quite a lot. Before we used to have like 4, then 7,000, then 9,000, and now already 12. By the way, the number is very strange. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separated by a dot, which is a very strange number. So 12,345 cases, and the index in Spain, the average index for 14 days is also getting higher, and right now it went up by another 17 points, and it's 134 cases per every 100,000. Here in our Valencian region, the index is approximately of 100, slightly more. So no 42, no 50, 100 cases per every 100,000 people. So the situation is getting worse. All this has happened due to these students that went for the student break after the school year have ended. Before they go to university, they went here to Valencia region from all other regions, and they took a boat from Denia, here near Valencia, small town. They went from there to Mallorca. They've had illegal parties, a lot of things that they shouldn't have had, but they happened because someone just didn't do their job very well. As a result, what happened is that these children brought approximately 3,000 to 4,000 cases of COVID. They spread it throughout their friends that didn't go, throughout their parents. Their parents spread it to the people who they work with. So it's just a disaster, basically. And this is why we have the increase in cases right now. Not because the tourism is here, not because we took off our masks. No, it's because these children were not educated well enough by their parents, and they behave themselves how they shouldn't be behaving, and they don't care what they are doing. They don't care about COVID. They don't care about anything, basically. And this is the consequence that we have right now for not educating the children very well. This is the common problem here in Spain. Spanish parents basically just don't care. They don't say to their child, no, don't do that. They don't say when they make a lot of noise from very small ages that they can basically bother anyone. They don't say anything. They don't ever say no to their child unless it's like something very big happening. This is why children are behaving like this. They know that everything is available for them. Nothing's going to happen. They are independent. They do what they want. No one's going to tell them anything. This is the result, my dears. This is what's happening. Our Minister of Health, Carolina Darias, her name is, she said that by beginning of a new school season, by beginning of September, all children from 12 to 17 years will be vaccinated. And it's going to be probably a mandatory vaccination right now because we cannot permit this happening. I'm a mom as well. I can get that for a lot of parents. It's going to be something to think about, and they will probably say that no one's going to touch my child. I'm the mother or the father, and I decide what to do and if I want to vaccinate my child or not. I get that, once again, because I'm a mom myself, but I also don't want to stay in this thing forever. I don't want to have and see increasing cases. I don't want to see the worst situation than it was already. I don't want things to be like they are right now, only because we people who are conscious about what's happening, we take all the precautions, and we have to suffer because some children that were not educated well enough are doing what they are doing. So I think it's unfair for us, but I mean, it is what it is right now. I just feel like we need to do something to make this stop and to make the situation better once again. The next news comes from the UK. UK has announced, tell me if that's true or not, especially the ones who are living in UK, that they want to introduce a new measure from 26th of July that basically say that the ones who've been vaccinated by 2 doses, by complete doses of a vaccine, doesn't matter which one it is, of the ones who are approved by European Union and World Health Organization, they will be free to come to countries that are even in amber zone without any quarantine on their way back to UK. This is from one side an amazing news, because I know that a lot of you are vaccinated and you were just waiting to come just because you didn't want to have quarantine on your way back, and some people just cannot allow it because they are simply working. You know, it's either to spend only 1 or 2 days here and then get on quarantine, or spend a normal holiday here and then don't work for 10 days, but you won't get a salary for these 10 days. So this was a dilemma a lot of people were not willing to do and were not willing to decide, and they were just waiting for the measures to disappear, especially the quarantine one. So this is what they're saying. I'm not sure if it's going to be like this or not. It all depends on Boris Johnson, as usual, as you all might know. But what they say is that they are willing to do so because people who are vaccinated are free to travel. It's not fair for the government to make them stay in the UK when they are vaccinated and they can potentially travel without the necessity to keep the quarantine on their way back, because 10 days, it's a long quarantine. It's almost 2 weeks. So if that's going to be the case, that's very good for the hotels that were waiting. For example, a lot of the hotels here in Benidorm, they are from Servi Group. They will not be opening until like 30th of August, the majority of them, just because they're waiting for the British tourism. They are not planning to open until UK citizens, until people from Great Britain are able to come here and will start coming here. So probably after this news, quite a lot of people will be booking in, but a few of them might still wait for a better time to come, especially knowing that the cases are increasing here. But I mean, if you are vaccinated, if you take all the precautions, why not? For example, here on the beach in Albir, we don't have any issue. Like, everything is quiet, it's calm. As you can see, there are some beds right there with the safety measure of 1.5 meter safety distancing. People who are like by the first line on the beach, they take all the necessary precautions. It's not like Benidorm. You just need to choose the normal beach to go, basically, because in Benidorm they are all like in a can. There's one on top of the other. They don't respect the social distancing, to be honest. Not all of them, but that's the case. Here in Albir, people are just spread out equally, and there's at least 2-3 meters distance between of them, so it's quite safe. I mean, if you do what you need to do to make you safe, then you can travel, of course. The index is not as high as it was, like 1,000 that we used to have like half of a year ago, like this basically winter. We've had like more than 1,000 per every 100,000 people. That was a high index. Right now it's 100, so it's not as high. If you are willing to come in the next like month or so, you can do so. I'm not sure about autumn time. I'm not sure what's going to be back then, but our government at least says that they want to put like all the vaccines. They want to get until the 70% total immunization here in Spain. And I suppose that if they do that, if they succeed in doing this, which is kind of seems what's going to be happening, to be honest. At first we thought that that's impossible, but right now we see that there's a lot of vaccination going on. Every day there's happening a new record in the quantity of a vaccination. So I think they are going to get to the point of 70% of people immunized here by the end of summer. And then it might be that autumn and winter are going to be very calm and quiet. Cases will be decreasing, or there's not going to be any like severe cases. More so, maybe you will be even able to travel like September, October, November, who knows. But at least from now until like July and August, for these summer months, I want to say that it's still safe to travel once and while you respect the safety measures, which is social distancing, 1.5 meters minimum. You need to wear a mask where there's a lot of people. If you're on the open air, right, like now, for example, you don't have to, of course. But if there is a lot of people near you, then you need to wear a mask. You need to sanitize your hands. And if you go inside of the stores and shops, anywhere that's like inside of some building, you need to put a mask as well. And this is still obligatory by law. So this is what's happening. We are kind of calm. We know that the cases are growing, but it is what it is. We cannot do anything about it. You know, when I was working in the retreat, while I was still working in one, before this pandemic hit, the owner of this retreat, they're also from UK, by the way, they've said that if there is a problem and you cannot change anything about it, don't be bothered. Don't try and think about it. Don't get stressed. Don't think that I need to do it like this. Why it's not like that? Why this is happening? Like, don't get stressed about it. If you cannot change anything, if you cannot change the outcome, the final result, and like solve the problem itself, don't be bothered, because we only have a one life. We're not be having more than that, and we need to enjoy our life. We need to stay positive, because if not, it's going to be a lot more difficult to cope with all this situation. Once we are getting positive, everything seems a lot better maybe than it actually is. So stay positive with me. Subscribe to the channel if you still didn't do so, and thank you all for watching today's. I know it's a short video, but at least I got to tell you what the actual situation is for the day of today. By the way, about the weather, I must say another thing. If you're coming during these days, be very careful. Drink a lot of water, use sunscreen, use the hat, because it's very hot. It's extremely hot in our region right now. It's approximately 35 degrees. And it's not even the hottest hour of the day. Today, a lot of the regions, especially South and Mediterranean area, will hit 40 degrees. And tomorrow it's going to be even more than that. Tomorrow in Andalusia and Mediterranean area, Murcia, Alicante, Benidorm area will even hit more than 40 in some points. So protect yourself, your loved ones, and have a very nice holiday in case you're coming right now to our lovely sunny Benidorm region and in general to Spain. Tomorrow I'm going to see you with a new very interesting video, so don't miss that one. Bye everyone.